Here we are at the Celestial Seasonings Tea Factory. This is where they make all the teas, far more than what you ever see in the actual stores. So we'll show you what they have available. They also have tours. Welcome to the tea shop. Come on in.
We enjoy visiting the Celestial Seasoning plant. This is the second time that we've been in Boulder, Colorado. We toured this plant 6 years ago during our last visit also. It's open to the public 5 days a week from 10 to 5. There are 3 distinct attractions here. One is the plant tour. There is also a gift shop, and there's a tea tasting room. It isn't necessary to purchase the plant tour ticket in order to taste the tea. In the tasting room, they offer about 100 teas, and you are free to ask for as many as you would like to sample.
We love sampling the teas. You can ask for any type of tea that you want on their list, and they have a lot to choose from. They also have a couple of crafts of hot tea, as well as some iced tea ready for you to just dispense yourself. Please reuse your cup. Here it is, and they recommend 2 minutes. So we're setting a timer, 2 minutes to steep the tea before you get the full flavor.
We were just talking to the lady who serves the tea, our tea connoisseur, and she mentioned something that's worth repeating. If you're going to have a black or a white tea, not to steep in more than 6 minutes. You can steep it less, of course, depending on your personal preference, but after 6 minutes or so, it'll start to taste bitter. Now, along the same thought, if you're going to steep your green tea, she said green tea for some reason, and she didn't mention why, steeps fast. So green tea steeping more than 3 minutes, that bitter flavor is already starting to come through. So she recommends you take the tea bag out, 3 minutes on the green, a maximum of 6 minutes on your black and white.
When it comes to herbal tea, this rule doesn't apply. You can leave the tea bag in as long as you want. It's not going to become bitter.
It's interesting too because the only real tea plant comes from where? China and India, and that's your black, your white, and your green tea. The rest is all just herbals. But all 3 of those are the same plant, just a processing difference to make them the black, the white, or the green. Something that's interesting to mention. I could probably go on and on a lot, but what I thought, back in 1970 or so, there were 2 fellas that started up this business right here in the Colorado area. They noticed in the local mountains there were a bunch of herbs just growing wild. They started making tisane, or what do they call it? Herbal tea. I'm thinking of the French word, tisane. And they started a business, and within about 7 or so years, I think they said, they had grown it into a big enough business that they weren't just selling to U.S. customers, but internationally. The walls of the tasting room are decorated with framed art. You may recognize some of these. This is the art that you'll see on the boxes at the store.
Wow.
So what are you drinking now, Heather?
We've got a tangerine raspberry, is it? Tangerine raspberry zinger and a rooibos vanilla. We've also tried a whole bunch of other teas as well. Some we really love, some we don't, but they have just almost 100 different varieties of teas, both herbal and black and green.
And one thing that you don't get to see, for $6 a person you tour the factory, but no photography is allowed on the tour. Now, it's worth it. Go through the tour, what did it take us, maybe 30 minutes? I forget. It's not that long, lots of fun. The fun part I thought was the opening and the tour of the mint room. The mint has such a strong smell that they can't just leave it sitting on pallets like they do with all the other tea leaves that are in the factory. It's in its own room, and if you'd like, they'll open it and you can go peek inside, and this, well, yeah, I wouldn't say it would knock you over, but boy, it's strong. It's a nice strong minty flavor for those that like the smell of mint. I know I do. It was a ton of fun. As you finish the factory tour, you'll come right into the gift shop. Lots to see here. What caught my eye, of course, was that almost all of their tea varieties are available here for purchase. In supermarkets around the country, you may see that some of these blends are seasonal, and you don't always see them on store shelves. Here at the factory, you can buy any type that you want.
Well, that was an awesome trip. Loved the tea tasting, tried a lot of them, not all of them because there's way too many. And we picked up 2 of our favorites. Not all of them I find in the stores. So we got cranberry vanilla wonderland and a black cherry berry, which were so delicious. This is going to make great iced tea, I think.
right around the corner from Celestial Seasonings. This is a really nice little spot. You can take either the short or the long walk. We're just doing the short walk today, which is about 1.1 miles around Coop Lake.
What a great day. And I was right. That black cherry berry, do it again. What a great day. And I was right. That black cherry berry tea made a really good iced tea that I'm enjoying now. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you on the road.
Check out some of our other videos and subscribe to our channel.
New content will be posted weekly.